Good morning, my lovelies. I don't plan on making a very long video this morning because I'm going to try and go back to bed. I'm starting to feel a little bit better, but I'm not at 100%. But I did have a couple things on my mind I wanted to share with you today. In my travels around YouTube, which are always interesting, I got to thinking about the lay of the land and kind of the way information is disseminated. And I was wondering, how often do we think in terms of solution-oriented versus problem-oriented? So, for instance, how much time do we spend thinking about the problems in our life? What's going wrong? Like, given my current situation, like that I'm struggling through physical ailments and I'm not feeling particularly well, versus the solution, which I know is rest and taking care of myself and meditation and dealing with the things I need to do spiritually to keep myself in a better spiritual place so that I can stay in a positive headspace and not let the world get me down. Because it's really easy, if I'm paying too much attention to a lot of negative information, to let that become what is running around in my head all the time. And Lord knows there's a lot of negative information out there. You spend any time on YouTube at all, and man, nobody loves to bash other people more than the media and other YouTubers. And nobody loves to talk about the problems of the world more than the media and other YouTubers. But rarely do you see anybody really coming up with any viable solutions to the problems that they're putting forward. So, how much time do we spend in our heads thinking about how we can personally, not for the globally, because I'm not saying like we have to become rocket scientists or solve the world's problems, but how can we daily take care of ourselves and be more solution oriented so that these things are not dragging us down, so that we're not stuck in this negative energy of all the trauma and drama of the world all the time. And we can focus on what is it that we can do to bring more positive energy into our day and into the days of the people that we love around us, and also just in our own families, as little conflicts arrive. Let's talk about that. When there are little conflicts come up, how do we solve those in a healthy manner? Do we go at them hard and accusatory, or do we come at them with compassion and talk about them from a feeling place and from a loving space? Do we take our time to really weigh out our words and look at both sides of the coin, how it is affecting us, where it may be coming from in the other person, how the other person might be feeling in the situation? Because all of those things are really important, because sometimes I think we forget when we're dealing with each other, especially those people that we love, that they're not our enemy. You know, they're our family. The people that we're sharing our lives with are the people we've chosen to share our lives with. You know, our spouses and whatever. Sometimes they are toxic, and we have to make choices around that, and that's different. But quite often, they're not. And they are people who are good for us, and they are people that truly love and support us. And we need to be cognizant of that. And that's that place where discernment comes in, and we have to take time to really reflect on it. And that's where meditation is really important. To do daily meditations and listen for that still small voice, because it's going to guide you and help you suss those things out when you're really struggling through things. It's going to help you to figure out what it is in our lives that we may need to change. You know, we may need sometimes to make changes to ourselves and our own behavior. And that's a lot harder to accept sometimes, because our ego can get in the way. And sometimes we need to address maybe things that somebody else is doing that are crossing some boundaries that are hurtful to us. And we want to do it in a loving, gentle manner so that we don't create more conflict in the relationship. And sometimes we have to be really honest with ourselves in relationships that we know are destructive to us. The other thing I see happening a lot with people is this kind of idea that we have to settle so that we're not alone, because we're trying to fill up something inside of ourselves. And one of the things it took me a long time to learn, because I came from a home where I did not get the love I needed growing up, was that I had to learn to love myself and feel happy alone and be loved by myself, and then be in a relationship with someone so that I could be happy alongside somebody and be full alongside somebody, and not depend on them to fill me up or complete me. Because if they walked out of my life tomorrow, as painful as that would be, it would not be the end of my world. I would not be completely annihilated, because I wasn't relying on them to make me happy. Because another person, giving them all the power to bring you all your joy, all your whatever, is codependency. And what you're reaching for ultimately is healthy interdependency. And that's a very, very different dynamic. Healthy interdependency means that You're sharing your life with somebody. You're not looking to them to complete and to give you all of the little bits of yourself, to fill all these little voids inside yourself. So that's another place that I challenge you every day to just work on filling yourself up. Reach inside yourself and ask yourself, what is it going to take to make me happy? What do I need as a human being to truly fill me up and make me happy and to make me feel empowered? And remember me talking about that sacral chakra? Like, doing that work of opening that chakra up and believing in yourself and believing that you are perfect just the way you are, created by God, created by this universe, by the divine, that you don't owe anyone apologies for who you are. That you, of course, may have things you need to work on because they don't serve you, releasing them, but that you don't owe anyone apologies, explanations, that you need to just learn to really love and accept yourself. And then the other thing is we all have done things in our lives that we regret. So forgive yourself those things. Let them go and move forward. We can't do anything about what happened before. All we can do is do better today and move forward from today and be a better person. And every day continue to do better and better and better, and spread love and spread kindness and share our lives and share what we have with other people. So those are solutions, and that's being solution oriented. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. So don't engage in things like gossip and things that bring you down and trash talking, and really start looking at the power of association. Who is it that you're spending your time around? Are they people that make you feel good about yourself? Are they people that when you walk away from it, you don't really like who you are? Because that's really important. I decided for myself a long time ago, and you can decide whether this works for you or not. Anything I say, take it or leave it. Like, if it works, great. If it doesn't work, great. If it aligns, great. If it doesn't align, throw it away. I'm always going to say that to you. Like, I'm not a guru here. But I decided for myself a long time ago that at the end of the day, what mattered to me is when I was brushing my teeth and I looked up in the mirror, that I knew that I was the best version of myself that day that I could be. And sometimes the best version was that I made it out of bed. Some days the best version of myself was that I just didn't lose my shit on somebody. Early on, that was it. Some days the best version was that I just didn't open my mouth. It takes time. We are all just practicing being human. There is no perfection. Everything we do is practice. So remember that. Cut yourself a break. But just remember that we're just practicing it. So wake up if you can with the sun. Give yourself 15 minutes, then one day 20 minutes, one day 30 minutes, to sit and appreciate nature, to be in gratitude for the things that are beautiful around you, for the blessings that you do have in your life. Even if all you can be thankful for is that you made it out of bed. You know, that you're breathing, that your heart is beating. You know, every day, think of one more thing to add to it. But just to shift the energy in your life and the way that you're thinking. Because there's a thing called neuroplasticity in our brains. And eventually we will rewire those neurons to be more positive. And the more that we do that, the more that we also will start moving down and opening our heart center a little more towards more compassion and more understanding and less judgment of the world. And we will feel less like being angry and frustrated all the time with everyone. And that's not to say that we don't get angry and frustrated. And that's not to say that we don't get our feelings hurt. Because we're human. And that's normal. And it's going to happen. But what it does say is that we are able to shift out of that a lot easier. That's all. So give it a try and let me know how it works for you. So if you're new to my channel and you've liked what I've had to say and anything I say resonates with you, please hit the subscribe and the bell so you can get notifications. Thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever. If you're a returning member, please remember to hit a thumbs up. If you can, watch the videos all the way through. That's how you can support me. New subscribers, nothing costs anything. Please email me at Guensoneprecioslife @gmail.com for a free membership to my Discord, and I will send you the link. I do tarot readings and spiritual counseling, and if you're interested, if you're not, no biggie. There is some video things to help people out on the Discord, and if you have any need for special help, if you're in a DV situation, if you need some mental health help, if you have problems with substance abuse, if you are in an SA situation, anything like that, I do have resource numbers to point you in the direction to get some help. So please email me. I'm always happy to help people out. Know that I'm here to serve you. I wouldn't be here without all of you, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you. And that I believe all of you are worthy. All of you. And I don't care what nationality you are. I don't care about your religion, your political stance, about none of that makes any difference to me, because I just believe that every human being is worthy of love and compassion, because we are all sparks of the divine, and in the end we all are stardust. So I love you all. Have a beautiful day. Go and spread a little bit of kindness. Just give somebody a smile, do something kind for someone, and have an amazing, amazing Monday. I love you.